my neighbor, she and her husband have a relationship issue. he he's a chiropractor, and he put her through a social work program. But you know what I have found interestingly, I'll record this, is that people at certain phase, right? They forget the whole reason they came together, right? So she wanted to go to college. She felt that she put away her life on a dormancy because of him. Okay, so he puts her through college. I know that he paid for her course or something. So she went and she did the social work, 2-year program or 3-year program. So the minute she finishes, she felt she needed to apply her social work skills to her life. They are issues, and then they separated. So I asked her, why is it so important for you? That's one thing I also, I feel the whole purpose is for us to work together. I understand, at certain point, you need to, really understand you have your own individuality in the marriage. And what she said was she tried very hard, but she said it came to a point she started losing weight and physically started getting sick. And I didn't understand that then, okay? So when this weekend this happened, my husband gave me a deadline of cleaning out my porch of all the plants. Otherwise, he'll throw it out. It created such a rush of anxiety in me. I hated it because gardening, like I said, is a art, not time management. So when you create deadlines, my teacher says goal-oriented approach makes a woman into a man. And I could understand what he was trying to say because your testosterone goes up, you are in a survival mode. So the flexibility is gone. So I feel that's why in India, right, you have a project, meaning kitchen is your domain. And men can be garages their domain. I'm just or it can be other way around. But you really need to have your space. And if you don't have your space, you feel lost. And that's what I was trying to figure out, why it bothered me. And what bothered it is that he would apologize that I was hurt. And I said to him, are you not going to apologize? And he says to me, if it is important to you, I'll apologize. I said, doesn't it ever occur to you somebody is suffering and you want to really empathize with them? So he is rationalizing his behavior so he doesn't need to be accountable. So one of the things my teacher says is you can be authentic, but if you're not integrated to your truth, because he will make me apologize if I violate any of his faith. But why is it so hard for you to do the same thing for the other person? So it's like a one-way boundary. That's one thing I'm noticing. And I don't need to hold my own identity at home. But I feel even if I lose my identity, that doesn't seem to be enough. Like even if I'm nothing, it's not enough. He's the way he said, Sama, I booked, honey, Sama, I booked some Cape vacation. You want to come? And if my kids are going to have friends over, so you're only allowed to come 2 days a week. It is going to be stressful for us, but we would love to have you there. What would you like to do? I said, I would rather be home gardening. Seriously, I don't need any vacation. But when I don't want to come, that's when it hits him. Oh, no, I really want you there. I said, no, I don't want to come. And I said, this is the first year, I don't want to do Christmas with you. He says, that will disappoint me. And that's when it occurs to him, all these acts is influencing me indirectly. I made this decision last year not to do Christmas with him. And usually I'll do Christmas t-shirts. I told my kids to take over this year. This year, I'm separating myself from the family. So I don't need to be part of that equation. And I think sometimes if I run back to wherever I need to go or wherever I need, they would never catch up. Because they have no idea who I am. No idea. They have no idea what interests me. They have no idea who I am. Like, what are my skills? They only see me an extension of their tools, but they don't see me as a human being with my own goals, who raised myself seriously. My dad gave me $100 bill. This go Xavier's, or he got me a flight ticket and $100 bill. And I built myself in this country. And they had no idea how I started from scratch and ended up, like, my husband, I don't think knows how to take care of himself. They might probably go on disability, right? That's all the skill sets they have. But when they lose me is when they will know me. Like, I actually asked my teacher, and he says, 2034, you're coming back to me. He already told me, like, no, it's here. But I don't know what it means. I was told it will be 19th of 2034, because that's March, April, May, June. Like, he kind of like, that's the numbers I got. So I feel I've been given a 15-year extension to stay with my family. In 2034, I need to retire, go back. And I am going to go back, whether it's to India or wherever my teacher is. His mission is my mission. And I actually will share this with you. So I was in Rhode Island, Cliff Walk, and I was asking, like, for a sign because I was so much in pain that day. I said, God, what is this for? And my teacher said, do you know, I got you. And then he sent in specific range of where I was sitting. The sun suddenly came out and greeted me. And I cried, actually. I'll show you the video and you can see. And he said, I am there with you completely. Here. Showering this blessing and so just the rain, specifically where I was sitting, and the tide was low, and then tide filled in, and you could see the sun come out. Did you see the sun come out? So my teacher said, I was eating a blade of grass. He says, I'm that. I said, what? He says, the grass you're eating. So he says, he's inside me. I don't need to look further. He's my other half. Then I did like a testing energetically, and it actually showed me I was only half in energy. It is so amazing, so many, because he says he changed my DNA. And I could see the answer inside me bubbling. He says, I got you. Just don't look further. Look at affirmation. So, but he says, for the world, I need to reclaim that space that I'm holding in my family, because he says it's like camel inside your home. You let them in, violate, violate, violate. They will never correct themselves until you're either killed or thrown. So he says it's important to stand up. Even though you don't believe in it, he says it's important to correct, because these are all demons that's working through their brain. And it's important to set them straight. But I don't know, it's like one of the most, because I want to give them the world. But it's not enough. Even if they suck my soul, it's not enough. It's like something is possessing them. And I don't know what to do. The only thing is to go to court and get like a land, or like seriously, I have no idea how to deal with this. And that's where I'm at. But I think I know my space. And he says, the space where you hold the bliss. He says, happiness, you have to work. Bliss is poured in you. And he says, if you laugh at anything, being blissful, he ordained me to say that to people. He says, laughing at yourself and others, he says, is the best spiritual gift I can give you. So from inside, I'm healed. But at the same time, I cannot overlook the fact that I need to correct them. But I have to do it in a way that's very compassionate. That's where I'm at. It's very challenging. But how's your property thingy with your...
Still the same.
And how are you dealing with it?
One day at a time.
I'm doing 1 minute at a time.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I love you, okay?
Thank you. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.